Simon Cowell, the sharp-tongued titan of talent shows whose discerning eye and unfiltered verdicts have launched careers and crushed dreams for over 2 decades, made a gritty comeback to the Britain's Got Talent judging panel, his forehead bearing the fresh, angry red welt of a recent mishap like a badge of defiant survival. At 65, the music mogul, whose empire spans The X Factor, America's Got Talent, and a fortune built on spotting stars, could have bowed out gracefully from the Birmingham auditions after a sudden health hiccup forced him to cancel sessions the previous week. Instead, he showed up on Saturday, October 4th, sporting what onlookers described as a painful-looking battle scar, rejoining his fellow judges Amanda Holden, Alicia Dixon, and the fresh-faced KSI with the same bulldog determination that's defined his career. It was a moment of quiet heroism, turning a personal setback into a testament to his unyielding commitment to the show that remains a cornerstone of British entertainment. The drama unfolded midweek when Cowell's abrupt absence threw the production into disarray, a rare crack in the seamless machine of ITV's flagship variety program. Auditions, meticulously scheduled in the industrial heart of Birmingham's Utilita Arena, ground to a halt as crews scrambled for solutions. Enter Stacey Solomon, the bubbly loose women regular and renovation queen, swooping in as a last-minute pinch hitter to keep the golden buzzers buzzing. Flanked by Holden's effervescent charm, Dixon's soulful poise and KSI's youthful edge, the rapper-turned-judge bringing Gen Z flair to the mix, Solomon held the fort with her trademark warmth, quipping through acts that ranged from fire-breathing contortionists to heartfelt operatic renditions. But the panel felt incomplete without Cowell, the gravitational center whose "no" can echo like thunder and whose rare praise feels like coronation. Fans, glued to behind-the-scenes snippets on social media, buzzed with concern, flooding hashtags with #GetWellSimon and speculative threads about everything from exhaustion to exotic ailments. Cowell, ever the showman, broke his silence not with a press release but with a cheeky Instagram video that captured his wry humor intact. Filmed against the unassuming backdrop of a Birmingham hotel room, he leaned into the camera with a grin that belied the bandage peeking from his hairline. "It's Simon, I'm alive and I'm in Birmingham," he deadpanned, his voice carrying that familiar mix of sarcasm and sincerity. "I just want to say thank you for all your get well messages." It was classic Cowell, acknowledging the worry without dwelling, transforming vulnerability into viral gold. The clip racked up millions of views within hours, a reminder of his enduring pull, not just as a judge but as a cultural fixture whose every move, from his signature black attire to his evolving softer side, commands attention. Holden, sensing the moment's levity, captured a post-audition snap of the reunited quartet, arms slung around shoulders, grins wide, and posted it to her Instagram stories with the caption, "The band back together." Cowell, not one to miss a beat, reshared it, adding a heart emoji that spoke volumes about the familial bonds forged in the high-stakes pressure cooker of live TV. Details of the injury emerged piecemeal, pieced together from insider whispers rather than Cowell's own reticence. What started as a terrible headache and migraine, exacerbated by the relentless glare of studio lights and the auditory assault of audition chaos, traced back to an accidental bump on the head. Visions of a clumsy slip in a dimly lit corridor or a rogue prop from an overzealous act paint a comically human picture of the man often caricatured as unflappable. Migraines have long been Cowell's shadowy adversary, flaring up like uninvited guests at his meticulously controlled events. He's spoken candidly about them in past interviews, describing the throbbing vice that grips his skull and blurs his vision, forcing pauses in an otherwise relentless schedule. To combat them, Cowell now dons red-tinted glasses on set, a subtle accessory that filters harsh fluorescence, turning the panel into a sanctuary of softened edges. It's a small adaptation but one that underscores his evolution, from the chain-smoking skeptic of early pop idol days to a health-conscious patriarch who's learned to temper ambition with self-preservation. This latest scrape, however, pales in comparison to the near-catastrophic e-bike accident of 2020 that nearly derailed everything. Careening down a Los Angeles hill on a whim, Cowell shattered his back in multiple places, facing a 12-hour surgery and months of grueling rehab that left him confronting mortality head-on. "I was told I might never walk again," he's recounted, his voice steady but eyes betraying the gravity. That ordeal was a pivot point, prompting a radical overhaul. Veganism, daily Pilates, even acupuncture sessions that would have once elicited his trademark eye roll. Emerging stronger, Cowell declared himself fitter than before the crash, a mantra he's lived by through BGT's grueling seasons. The head bump? A mere speed bump on that road to redemption, proof that resilience isn't absence of setbacks but mastery over them. On Saturday, as he settled into his central throne, Flanked by Holden's supportive glances and KSI's fist bumps, he dove back in, his critiques as incisive as ever. A firm for yes for a street dance crew, a polite pass on a tone-deaf crooner. The return wasn't just personal triumph. It rippled through the BGT ecosystem, a show that's as much family as franchise. Holden, Cowell's on-screen sparring partner and off-screen confidant, has shared anecdotes of their bond, late-night pep talks, shared laughs over disastrous additions, that humanize the panel's dynamic. Dixon, the quiet powerhouse whose dance background adds grace to deliberations, and KSI, the wild card injecting urban authenticity, complete a quartet that's evolved with the times. Solomon's interim stint, meanwhile, highlighted the bench's depth. Her no-nonsense charm kept spirits high, even coaxing a rare chuckle from a nervous ventriloquist. Cowell's reappearance sealed the reunion, the arena's energy surging as acts fed off his palpable presence. One young singer, trembling before her ballad, later gushed that his nod made it all real, echoing the transformative power Cowell wields. Beyond the glamour, this episode spotlights Cowell's broader legacy, a judge who softened his edges without dulling his blade. Early critics branded him the Mr. Nasty of TV, his bluntness bordering on brutality. But years of reflection, fatherhood to son Eric, now 10, chief among them, have tempered that. He's championed diverse talents, from drag queens to disability advocates, fostering BGT's inclusive ethos. Health scares, from the e-bike wipeout to migraine marathons, have amplified his advocacy, promoting mental wellness breaks for crew, ergonomic sets for judges. Is red glasses? A symbol of that proactive pivot, turning personal pain into practical progress.